1 stature. Meanwhile, WBG, and it looks like it's going to be one other. It looks like KLA is going to be fighting this out here. Somebody's going to get caught and get eliminated because they didn't get nothing. It looks like it might be WBG Spider. Look at that. Straight fist. Nothing to pull from. Spider, why are you landing close? What's wrong with you? It looks like, oh, it actually catches him inside of this, though. The question is he going to be able to get a weapon? He gets a blue. Does he get something? And that's all that matters here. Now he's going to be able to pull through with the fight here. First stature is going to be able to capture him with that same crush. He's going to push through, forces the ulti, catches T225, slipping on the outside, and goes for the quick switcheroo. And he says, come on, Verse, you want this energy? Bring it, big boy. And immediately he's going to come through, ruin the rest of his shield. Verse is going to come through, trying to see if he can close this one out as well. Dangerously low already here, but he does have the dagger, so there is an opportunity for it, though, as he ends up shredding the shield of Spider here. Spider still wanting to put up with this and doesn't really want to go through. Oh, beautiful movement coming through from Spider, just trying to separate as much as possible here. But Verse wants all the smoke. Verse wants to be able to catch Spider out in the corner. Come on, Spider. I don't need you to go out like this now. Come on. I need you to start playing a little bit more aggressive here, because Verse looks like he wants all the smoke and he wants to be able to send it to your partner. How you doing? Verse wants all of it here as he decides to come through. Ooh, nice hits from the gold. He finds 2 golds, but sadly, no better shield than what he has here. And he is able to pop open at least the heals, though. Verse is able to come through, trying to see if he can close in this gap little by little here. But Verse wants this energy, though. He wants to be able to close this one out, at least for this one. It says, I want to be able to successfully call it. It looks like Wang Liang with the fan is going to capture the elimination onto Frostivus here. It looks like they're going to be able to dust this off. Spider was able to find the blue. This might not look good, though. It looks like Spider actually ends up deciding to dip out of here. But Verse wants it.
He's hungry.
Oh, he's going to be very hungry, though, as he catches him on the inside here. You better be very careful, though. Oh, man, it's going to go back and forth here. He comes with the ankle breaker here, as Spider's going to be able to push him out on the outside. Just like a mom. Exactly what it is. Hey, I need you to get out the kitchen. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. As it looks like Verse is going to get caught in a tough situation here. Ends up catching him standing still here. Nice hits coming through from the longsword, though. Beautiful retreat on the outskirts. Ends up catching him, and he ends up trying to push off towards it. Oh, almost hits Verse on the outside. Catches him slipping with the nade. The question is he going to be able to successfully finish off the kill? He's going to get to be dangerously close, and yes, he does. Spider is successful in getting it done. Verse pushes through, gets a little desperate, and pays the price. That'll be $7.99.
He's probably something. I don't got cash on me. We gotta have to see that parkour though from Spider. That was massive, coming out from that jump on into the scare rush out from the tree branch. That was pretty cool. It's like he's playing a certain title from a certain company. I can't say, but DRG Fong has GG Shaw in his position, his sights. He's got everything. GG Shaw's like, I'm just gonna look to scare rush out this tree if I can. And Fong looks towards. Was trying to find this kill. 1 grapple left to his name. If he could try to find 3 more, he could actually commit towards this. But that's his last grapple. This is where pain begins, because now GG Shaw, if he finds out that this target in the early game doesn't have grapples, it's kind of easily to kind of count it out, and there is Fong. Seeing GG Shaw, so it's like, bye-bye. And GG Shaw's gonna get a reset here for his vitality. He's got 3 grapples on his hand, so he's at 50% ultimate. We know that Fong has 100%, and he's got the better armor. But all it comes down to with a Temi and a spear is that once you catch a great ultimate and catching off, mitigating those hits that come through, you can take full advantage of that. In the meanwhile, Zest Winery, we are gonna see a Justina here against Mike with a purple longsword. He's dangerous with it. He's got 11 grapples. He's got himself a full ultimate. He could try to figure out a fight between both Wang Liang as well as with Arano in the southern end of the Zest Winery. Now, as cannon's coming out here, AES is going to want to initiate between one of these targets. He's got a purple longsword as well. F2 to initiate, pushing up Mike off here. Tries to look for the shots off that knockback from the shield combo rush. He gets cannon shots to cannon shot to cannon shot. AS now trying to switch up and hold the R&B. Nice F2 from Mike to kind of force out AS here from this position. Now back into the Zest, where AS is, he can be in full view between both the targets that can cause a 3rd or 4th party coming through this end, as Xen finds him within the compound. And as AS kind of has his ultimate be procced out here, he could take their time to reset and reposition towards Xen as he gets pushed in, if he gets pushed in. Depends on whether or not we see Arano doing it. There it is, V2 coming out with a proprietary ultimate that just works out the best way possible. And AES is just going to keep that ring around the rosy momentum going. And Mike, he's trying to find the Shayo that has an ultimate. And that's going to be a tough battle between him and, seeing Arano, 2 Justinas here as well. And AS is out of there. He's going into the Artisan's Grove region. If he's trying to get out there, this is the best time for him to do so. And for this momentum, I mean, these guys have been going back and back, Dobby, just poking each other out in the early game before first round.
Back and forth, absolutely dishing it out to each other here. And obviously, I mean, that's the thing that we really want to be able to see more and more here as we're going to be slowly closing in on this. And so is the circle, though, as we're looking at a fight between Fang and GG Shaw. It looks like they're all the way deep into Sunwing's rest. Looks like going to be the Ancient Ruins section here. GG Shaw's going to pop up with the ulti here, slows down the movement of Fang here. Looks like he's going to use that to his advantage here. Be able to pop open that shield and potentially be able to retreat this out here. It looks like Fang gets caught inside the poisons, which is not good, but the circle's not really going to be creating a large amount of damage, so he should be okay. But that circle tick with the poison, though, really depleting some of his health, though, inside of that area here. It's got to be a little careful here. Meanwhile, Spider on the rotating side, still in the game here. I have to back this off here, but GG Shaw still fighting this out here with Fang. Shaw dangerously low. Don't necessarily know what happened between this fight here, but clearly Shaw was definitely on the wrong side of this one here. It looks like Fang's going to try to see if they can continue the pursuit to close in this gap between him and Shaw. Looks like he's able to find it, but that beautiful reset here throws it on the up top. Whew. Tries to see if maybe he can close this in. Oh, Shaw with the movement. Absolute beautiful space here. Is able to at least pace this out here. Is able to go for at least the call of the bell here. Trying to make sure if there's anybody that's also going to be nearby. And it looks like Action will be, but not within the range of the bell. Gonna successfully get a decent shield swap and get some more heals out, but now time is of the essence, and so is that circle. Circle slowly depleting the health of both players here, so they're gonna need to at least get out of circle here if they're gonna want to continue this fight here, as it looks like it's gonna be a nice little truce between Mike, PST, and another player as they're about to hop into the realm of Gang. Looks like Spider is gonna be out here by himself here. It looks like he's gonna be able to come through with Frostivus. Nice little battle we're gonna be able to see on the both stretch. It looks like we're also gonna see JDG versus EWG and J-Team versus KLA. What a strong start here. It looks like we're going to go airborne on both sides here, off towards the wall. See if any of them is going to be able to connect. And it looks like one was almost able to here. Oh, nice hits to connect that here. Frostivus is going to be able to at least get not the stun here, but at least the knockback. Nice read from Spider, trying to get it on both sides here. Beautiful read coming through as the Blaze is able to get so much. Beautiful read towards the movement. Spider reads this man like a book. Frostivus just got welcomed by one of the greatest players to ever play this game. Meanwhile, back at it with T225 PST here, trying to see if he can be able to rock this out and maybe get some decent rewards himself to keep the game alive for him. T225 gets caught with the ankle breaker here. Nice hits from the cannon. He's able to deplete some of that heals that he just got from the shield that he just put towards himself here. PST just trying to see if he can close in this gap. Trying to see if he can dodge it. Closes in. Nice hit. Trying to see if he can get the knockback. Not going to be able to do enough. Almost tries to capture the stun. Not enough. T225 is going to keep the same pressure. Dangerously low. PST trying to see if he can find it. Captures the juggle. The question is it going to be enough? And he looks like he's going to go back and forth. But it looks like T225 is going to at least complete it. And it looks like he's going to be able to capture the stun here off the FE. Is it going to be actually even close it out? Yes, he does. As T225 slowly tries to figure it out, but misclicks. He fat fingers it. PST uses the advantage for it and captures the dub in the realm.
Crazy close fight coming out from that Romayang. And you see Frostivus, after he lost his Romayang against Spider, an honorable fight, and in keeping it going into place, he does have that Soulbloom located into the victim's haven. In the meanwhile, we go straight to Celestra. This is post Romayang with the Morris Blessing nearby. This is where players can kind of converge on. So you can see JDG Verse, who does have a million burst might, is going to the Morris Blessing to see what he can find, scour around. But we do see a Ronald here after losing his Romayang. He's got 3.5 minutes now to try to get rid of it by finding a Soul Bloom. And the combatants into this area, it's going to be a high amount. And TG5 spawning into Sunville Dwelling will increase that amount as he has his bounty off of JDG Verse into this corner. Now, TG5 going to initiate this fight against Verse here. Verse goes ahead and be on the offensive off the rip. The F1 comes out from TG5. He's lost his combo breaker now, but he has more problems to deal with once he saw more players coming into this realm of things. And he has to try to take the time of being careful about this because now Spider's on the receiving end. You're not going to release the 1-2-3. We're going to see TG5 look try to hold his R&B. He finds it. JDG Verse finds the R&B as he drops down from the cliffside. An ultimate from Verse and an ultimate from Spider. As Spider gets caught to this chant, he uses his wind wall to his advantage. This is where it comes out to play, where Spider looks towards this. F-Wisp is available. He's throwing it right there. He catches Verse. Verse gets caught to the uppercut. Is he going to get this off this cannon shot? No. TG5 was risky to run it through, but he's going to get some damage dealt regardless. And he's chasing out Spider as the scare rush is coming out. He's going to use that movement. He's doing the parkour. We're going to see Verse get caught to that cannon shot again. Now TG5 knows there's two low targets inside of this building. He needs that Soul Bloom. There's kill with Arano. Soul Bloom. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick it up. Everyone is denying TG5 of his redeeming quality of getting rid of the Romayang depletion, but it looks like Verse has his ult proc to come out to full extension. And with the F1 available for TG5, if he procs that V2, this could be the end of it, but he gets captured regardless. There's the F1. There's the V2 proc. Gonna get a freeze. Arano doesn't get the kill. Looks like Spider's able to pick up the elimination. And as Arano picks up the Soul Bloom, he's gonna cancel ult and go straight back into the zone. In the meanwhile, Verse looks at Fang. He gets hunted down here. And Verse is going to see this F2 to be in use, but it does not get any value off of it. He's got Vermilions for another 50 seconds. He's got to be very wary about how he wants to try to use this. Don't give any advantage to the enemy team, but there it is. He burns it. Spider gets his second elimination to the fight. 5 eliminations so far. He's counting more kills now. Might be going to the second hand for number 6. We're going to have to double check and see about that one, Dobby.
Gonna have to look back at that one here and see what went wrong. Let's go back into the tapes here and see. Yeah,
take over the world.
Doesn't look that good. Definitely got caught in a tough situation. It's gonna be good here.
Undoubtedly so.
Yeah, definitely caught in a tough situation here. Meanwhile, Mike, we were to go for the rotation here. Looks like he almost had a nice little spear stuck inside his ankle. Unfortunately, here, looks like he's gonna be able to at least rotate this out. His boss doesn't look like he's gonna go for the chase. Mike doesn't absolutely want nothing to do with that as Arano. He's gonna get tough in a tough situation on the outskirts here. It's gonna be actually potentially get closed in here. As 2 others are gonna go up top of the thing. Verse is gonna try to see if he can hit him, but sadly misses out. Even with the closeout here, still has the opportunity here. Yes. Like Arano, trying to see if maybe he can find him here, but it doesn't really look like it. As Arano's just trying to close out as much as possible here. Does not want to do anything of that nature, and it looks like. And now, Verse, it's not looking good. Verse, you've been through this before. You were chasing somebody before, and that was WBG Spider, and you ended up on the wrong side of the spider web. Don't get caught again, sir. As Verse trying to see if he can close in this gap little by little here, but it looks like Arano is twisting his ankles like LeBron James. Meanwhile,
hey, yo,
trying to see where he goes here. Verse, it looks like he needs to find a beach to rap on, because that Verse is not cooking. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, Spider trying to see if he can close on this. Please try to see if he can do anything here. It's Fang trying to see if he can rotate this in as well. Circle. We're only in circle 2 here, and there's only how many? Let me see.
Let me see.
At least 8. It's about 8. Good 8 players alive still into this, into this round. Even in towards this the rotation still gonna be able to find it. Let's see if they can pose on this gap. What are your thoughts, Savaria?
Well, as you can see, a lot of these players are very strong into the early game. As we can tell, we can see J-Team's pace working his way through. Great stat line coming out to this 4 eliminations into this round. But of course, he enters through the runway Yang. He finds Mike. Mike with a long sword and a fan, but gold halberds coming out from pace. And of course, making sure he can go through. Is that a 2 blue moon 2? No, it's not a 2 blue 2. I had to double check and seeing about going through. J-Team paced. He's dangerous with it. Honestly, I think with no ultimate though, J-Team Pace might be looking for this F2 roar. And as it comes through the horizontal, musket shot to the musket shot, he's getting more damage he can kind of work off of. The F2 is available. Pace getting his scare rush off. There it is. Bow shot, nice for the 180. And of course, can't forget about the chase and another bow shot coming out. And Pace is just crouching. He's just sitting down on the ground. And so it's like, hey man, come fight me. And then he switches around, does some breakdance on the floor, gets caught to this 1-2-3. And that's gonna be where Mike is gonna succeed. F2 is not available yet. There is the ultimate cast, and Pace is going to be in a good spot here to try to catch a block here, but as long as Mike doesn't use ultimate, right, there's going to be a chance, and Mike uses ultimate. Pace, scare rushing off, still has 3 blocks left, man. He can just go ahead and, go ahead and try to be on the aggression route, but Mike is just looking this time to heal. There's the first block. Doesn't get the second block. B2 is enabled. LMB doesn't happen. There's again, B2 again, and there's a roar. That's the 3rd block here. We're going to look for it again. That's it. Clean kill. Pace is on the marks, man. 5 eliminations off of this point. And
I see Moxie in chat that says, Moxie said, last time I promised to throw a tea cake at Dobby if he did the accent. Bold for you to assume I'm not going to eat it and catch it with my mouth.
That's crazy.
Oh. Thank you. Yeah, sounds good.
I thought you were going to go in for a 1920s broadcaster. I was like,
no, it's because, okay, so I did this British accent last season, like during our finals. And even our fellow British caster that we have was like, it's actually not that bad. I did it at least like a few times throughout like the finals of that season, and Moxie couldn't stand me. It was
I got the national anthem in the back of my head right now. represent.
It was still a good time towards that. It was like, yeah, now. Meanwhile, Arano trying to see if maybe
I trusted you, and
I
you betrayed
trusted
me.
you. See, listen, Moxie. Everyone is going to appreciate the British Dobby, okay? Don't make me listen. I already have two trench coats. I will get a third, okay?
I swear.
I'll bring full British into this next stream. I promise you. I will so do it and hold it the whole time. Meanwhile, the rotation's here. Rado trying to see if he can just get out of dodge, but Mike wants the smoke. Mike trying to close this one as Orano is just separating it as much as possible here. And it looks like he's going to be able to finally capture him in there. Justino, though, going to be able to capture at least a little bit of that. Oh, nice strike off the back. The question is Mike going to be able to finish it? Good hit towards this one. Good combo. Slices it with the longsword. And yes, Mike is able to find Orano and says, where do you think you're going? To give him a nice foot. He says, go outside and get a switch.
Go outside. And
y'all don't know what that. Yeah, y'all won't get that joke. Y'all won't get that. Y'all won't get that joke. Okay.
Apparently we got some Australians in the chat, man. I guess we're really in the upside down, you know, coming out for this.
Crikey! Oh, I can't do an Australian accent. That's when y'all lose me. Because the Australians gonna make fun of me if I try. I know they will. They gonna make fun of me, mate. I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready for that. I can't do that on the fly. We're gonna have to see if it actually happens. Just by circumstance. Mike, common armor, and we got White Tiger's prowess in the vicinity of this, so you know they're gonna be looking for the skill. You know it's gonna happen. JT Paste has his chance to have a little bit of fun here, just like us. You know, we're having a little bit of fun, but of course, Mike's not having a little bit of fun. He's actually caught in the thick of things and trying to find heals and having to get burned. And can't find the time to get out of here. He had one elimination off of Rano. He has ult cast. He misses it, and that's a free. Just seen the freeze right there. The moment he jumps, it's over. There it is. Exen finds it. Look, Exen got 2 eliminations so far. His Solum got stolen. You know, his car got, scratched on by keys. He's just not having a good time today. You know, not only that, the tow truck came by. And of course, Exen is now in the middle of having to pay $450 for Pace to get his car back. And of course, Pace said, Pace has his chance to get his 6th elimination. We're entering to the second hand. 6 fingers up.
He said, what you mean someone put a boot on my car? What you mean I can't drive?
I got work in like 3 hours, man. Can't, bro.
Oh, I'm crying. Dude, what do you mean? I got a game at 5 o'clock.
I got game at 5, pre-rehearsal at 4. I need to make this ride happen. Let me call you an Uber. $72 later.
Right. Gonna be going back towards that though. But let's see this replay on the inside here for it as we look at GG Shaw here. Pistols ricocheting all the way up to the top here, trying to see if he can connect. It looks like he was able to at least connect one potentially. Trying to build this out here, getting at least some more of that pistol. It's a lot of whiffing here into this first one. Just trying to see if they can capture vibe for both. Beautiful, beautiful parry to connect it. Arano able to do a nice little bit of a reset here with the Justinas. Able to get the freeze. Most likely probably going to retreat and most likely get the weapon here. It doesn't look like it though. Arano, beautiful strike. Oh, insane parry though. Let's see where the switch comes in here. Dangerously low. Catches him onto the... Oh, he catches him twice. 3 times. Does he go for a 4? All right, nah, it's just disrespect. All right, Shaw. All right, Shaw. Okay, Shaw. That was just mean. That was rude. Caught him. He put sand in his eyes. He said, ah, I can't see. He said, oh, here's some water. Put more sand. And he said, kind of old cartoon type of fighting was that?
GG Shaw found the book of Shaw hidden underneath some dusty shells and said, blows on it, all that dust.
Clearly, no, that was some. He said, "Hold on, I didn't tell you. Like, let me go back like years and years ago. Let me give you some of that knowledge. You don't know how deep this book goes. I got a trilogy, baby.
Plus 3 skill points. Just open the book and you get it."
Listen, the day that Naraka has like a full library and it's just gonna be the Book of Shaw, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, they listen to me. All I'm gonna say.
How many volumes?
It's got to be at least 5. At least.
First editions?
Minimum. There's one special edition for sure. One special edition has to happen. That's if he wins the championship. Then we have to have a special edition book for sure. Definitely.
That's
when it really gets. That's when we get deep into it, right? That's when we really get into the lore of like the GG Shaw trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
First edition, first volume is gonna have 672 pages, and you're like, wow, let's run it. Read it all through. Flips a bit book. All right, pulls out a bow. I'm ready. Third party coming through here would be his best benefit because right now Pace is at 6 kills. Spider has surpassed Pace though. He's at 5 eliminations. We still got 3 other players to be on the board between 4 players between JDG's Verse, DRG's Fong, GG Shaw, Wang Liang. And you can see Pace is having this to come through in success. You know, he has dual halberds are gold. He's got gold fan. He's got, you know, pistol to come out here for pelt damage. He's got a secondary range weapon with that bow. And I know that Moxie says she ain't gonna shop with you anymore if you keep calling the accent. So she's trying to save you. She's trying to say, listen, no fit check for me anymore. You're like, whoa, hold on. Now I was getting personal. Come to go through. Wang Yang though, he doesn't have much of gear check. I'm taking a look at that Jade because I'm pretty sure if he's got that mitigation Jade, he could be running into having either a martial artist will hook form or a knock slash blade. I'll have to double check and see about that. But it should be will hook.
Let's see towards this though. Wang Liang is absolutely flying, by the way, towards this. Just trying to get to the other outer section here of the circle here, as it looks like we're gonna have the Bane's Breath happening. But let's also forget. Burst just crawling through the camera here. Meanwhile, Spider, top of the leaderboard, 18.65 eliminations. PST right below him, 18.1. PST absolutely playing the game of his life here in game number 2. Meanwhile, Verse, 1 elimination, 12.5, 12.4 coming in from Fang, and a 10.3 rounding out the top 6 for GG Shaw here. So far, some really stellar games and a big surprise coming in from PST here, really playing his mind out. 6 eliminations so far here. Really, if the conversation steady keeps going here, PST is definitely feeling not only the pressure, but he's also giving by everybody else the pressure, okay? So everybody's at least decently split up here. 17 seconds left on the clock for the circle to start to close in. Definitely some good looks so far. Wang Liang on the far outer level here. Down at the very bottom. 2 up top. It's going to be GG Sean. It's going to be Spider. Everybody else down, at least downwards towards this, you know, outer first far section here. PST really wants to just try to see if he can ricochet towards it. It looks like he's going to try to see if he can pop some hits though with the cannon. They're really far out here, so it looks like there's not going to be too much of a connectivity here. In reality, both of these two could fight up top, but obviously they're not going to risk it here, especially GG Shaw with the gold shield here. He still has to last towards this here, so this is where things get a little bit more hasty.
Yeah, Wang Liang is in the bottom of the leaderboard too, so he's got a lot to make up for this. If he can get into catching a Tesla ultimate and catching someone out the zone, or even just rubber banding them off with a fan off into the ridge line, is best case scenario. Shadow's going to close in regardless, though, off of the ridge. So Spider will have to make his, you know, he's going to have to make his way down the escalator and making sure he can capture, you know, a spot where he can call home. GG Shaw, though, has another cannon here. I mean, he's pocketing those shots as fast as he can. I'm not sure if that was a Rupture Gale. I'll have to take a look at the hit effect, but Spider's rolling up to him. Gonna see about seeing JDG Verse running into the heart of danger between Wang Liang and Fang and looking towards the ravine as a source of protection. And as you can see, Verse has himself just hold this corner off. Interview though.
然后而且赛场的经验也会少一些，就吃了很多亏。我们教练跟我说了很多，然后我就按照他的那种打嘛，然后就感觉是找到了一点就是节奏自己的节奏，然后后面的话基本就是不怎么紧张了，就彻底放开打了。
Verse with some humble words there and trying to make sure he can keep his game going through because really nervousness at this level, understandable. And we're going to see it coming through here where he finds GG Shaw. He goes for the F2. First getting concept is Wisp and another Wisp coming up from Spider from the back line. Of course, Fong is looking for those range shots. It's like the world is against him right now. He had the pop ult in the middle of all this danger and having to keep his ground held. You know, he said it in the interview and his coach is telling him like, you got this, man. Find the tempo, find the win, find the dub. JDG's Verse coming through here from Team JDG is big because we are seeing this coming through for this round into finals this week, you know, where we saw Shang last week, and he's going to be trying to make it through into making he can get quick kill eliminations in this final circle. This would be a great push for him into from the top 4 to now into top 3, but since Exton is down, right, that's a 4-point difference, 3.7 exact that he's got to have to make up for. In the meantime, that's tough.
Whoa, Shaw caught in a tough situation here, and sadly he gets sandwiched. PST actually catches the freebie, and he stakes the lead away from Spider. Now, wait a minute here. This is where the dynamic starts to change a little bit here as PST was able to come through and actually seal that. Meanwhile, Spider ends up catching Fang down at the bottom, and now PST is going to be able to do the same thing. Spider decides he wants to be able to back off this Fang. He's going to be able to capture the pressure, and now Spider, no shield, shieldless outside of this turret at the bottom here, has to be a little careful. The stun comes through from the Tessa. It looks like he might have been able to capture at least one other one as well, but it looks like he's going to be able to capture the stun, but it looks like he's going to be safe down towards the bottom here. Doesn't look like anybody's going to decide to contest that. Wang Liang gets flown to the other side and absolutely gets rinsed and repeated by Verse here. Forces the stun to come out, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to connect it to anyone. Meanwhile, Spider still down low at the bottom here, just really trying to get outside and away from everyone as everybody decides they want to come down here. It's a party and a fiesta. Meanwhile, Spider decides he's going to back off this, takes his time, realizes his momentum here. Now he has to be able to come through this. Oh, nice hits coming through from the other side here, forcing the ulti here as Spider now uses this to his advantage. And now he's going to try to see if maybe he can capture the shield here, but it looks like Wang Liang wants some of that payback from last season as he comes through, captures the elimination here, and gets Spider out of this contention. 2 eliminations. He gets flung on the outskirt, dangerously low. The circle comes through. Nice pickup from the shield to at least get something to keep the game alive, but he's still dangerously low inside of this rotation here. Wang Liang just trying to see if he can find it, but it's not going to be enough. He scale rushes up towards the top, gets the stun onto 2. The question is, are they going to be able to stop him though? Oh, and it looks like they are successful in stopping it. Verse gets absolutely drilled in the back by PST here from the dual Halbergs. PST captured the finish on the Verse, and now PST is just trying to close in the gap. 8 eliminations. Can he get 10 in this game number 2? And an insane start to the rest of the night for his games. PST is trying to juggle both players. Fang trying to see if he can rotate this out. He's trying to hold strong here. Can he capture it? He gets the 10. He gets 10. PST goes in shade and shuts down game number 2.